This is a new BSA Fastening System. It's new, unique to the market, and set to revolutionise the way tapered insulation is fixed. Tapered insulation, otherwise known as cut to falls, is a roofing method where insulation is cut so that it varies thickness across the roof. This creates falls on the roof, which prevents water from accumulating. Water accumulating on the roof is known as ponding, and if left untreated, ponding can significantly compromise the integrity of the roof. It's an effective solution on a variety of roof types, including simple and intricate designs, and because it doesn't involve extensive structural modifications, it's also good on refurbishment schemes. There are currently two main methods of fixing tapered insulation, and that's through adhesive and mechanically fixing. So adhering tapered insulation is when the insulation layers are bonded using a strong adhesive. It's often seen as the simpler method of fixing. However, it does have exposure limitations and is dependent on good weather. Mechanical fixing is through the use of fasteners, sleeves and stress plates, and because of these components it's often seen as a little bit more complicated. However, it doesn't have the same exposure limitations and is less reliant on good weather. There are several key considerations when choosing between the two methods. The first one is weather conditions. So when you're adhering, it means that you require the surface you're bonding to be free from mud, dirt and water, and is therefore reliant on having good weather. Mechanical fixing is less reliant on weather conditions. So when using adhesives, there are exposure limitations, meaning that you are unable to use this method in high exposure environments. Window calculations can be carried out for mechanically fixing. This determines the exact number of fasteners needed, regardless of the environment. Finally, it's the certainty of the fixing method's performance. Currently, there is no method to assess the performance and bonding coverage of adhesive. Too much and too little adhesive can cause issues. Despite all the benefits that mechanical fixing has to offer, roofing contractors still prefer the use of adhesive when fixing tapered insulation. This is due to one main reason: complexity. Due to the varying thickness of the insulation, there are lots of components needed when mechanical fixing. Contractors have to mix and match these components and create variations of the same solution. Understandably, this causes frustration on site. Manufacturers try to combat this by recommending to keep the length of the fastener as similar as possible and instead vary the length of the sleeve. This creates a new issue where the penetration is different through the metal deck. Ideally, the penetration depth should be kept as consistently as possible throughout the roof. The BSA Fastening System is made up of 3 components and is here to simplify the way that tapered insulation is mechanically fixed. The new BSA fastener is an adjustable fastener, meaning that it accommodates 85mm of adjustability, so it only comes in 2 lengths. It's got your locking nut, which helps to move the sleeve into the insulation, meaning that can be used on tapered schemes, and also achieves only 20mm of embedment. It's compatible with our FIR 20 sleeve and our ISOWELS stress plates, our membrane stress plates and our insulation stress plates. The BSA only comes in 2 lengths. This is because one BSA can accommodate up to 85mm of adjustability. That means that one fastener can be used across 4 different board heights, simplifying installation and procurement. The fastener is engineered to achieve an optimum 20mm of embedment depth. This is kept the same for every BSA fastener across the roof, regardless of the thickness of installation. The efficient drill point easily drills through the metal deck. The lower thread zone is designed to achieve a 20mm embedment depth. The slight lip on the fastener ensures that this is not exceeded and also prevents the fastener from being overdriven. The specialised drive bar now engages with the locking nut. At this point, this acts as the fastener head and pushes the sleeve into the insulation. Once the desired compression of the stress plate is achieved, you can then disengage with the drive bar. The locking nut accommodates for vertical movement when being trafficked on, meaning that it overcomes one of the major issues of using stone wool insulation on tapered schemes. The low profile means that it cannot be seen when the membrane is over top. This is a major issue which is known as ghosting, and it's from an aesthetical point of view, it's less pleasing to see lots of bumps in your membrane, so it gives a better, smoother finish. the BSA significantly reduces the number of components on site, reducing on complexity, saving on time, and making installation simpler.